Voters are heading to the polls tomorrow across Britain to elect 200 councils, as well as 7 mayors and the Northern Ireland Assembly. This means effectively that about 4,300 seats are up for grabs in England, as well as all of the councils in Scotland and Wales. The last time that most of these councils were up for election was back in 2018, so this was after Theresa May threw away her Commons majority on the snap election the year before. Jeremy Corbyn was still Labour leader, Boris Johnson was Foreign Secretary, and Nigel Farage's UKIP party was still a significant electoral force. Brexit at that point was certainly not done. Now, these local elections are important for several reasons. First of all, it allows you to decide who runs your local services, so things like bin collections, public transport, other local public services that are really important for day-to-day life. But it also offers a snapshot of the national mood and particularly people's feelings about Boris Johnson's government. Issues like the cost of living crisis, the Partygate scandal, and the war in Ukraine are likely to have an impact upon how people feel tomorrow when they put their cross on that ballot paper. We've effectively reached the midterm of this parliament. They're normally a 5-year term, so we are expecting the next election to be in 2024. Now, this means that politicians are already thinking about the next election, how they're going to fare and what they need to do over the next couple of years to make sure that they win. Now, jittery Tories are getting a bit anxious to see whether the Prime Minister, who won them a massive majority in 2019, is actually now damaged goods. Both Labour and the Conservatives are doing some heavy expectation management ahead of these local elections, because basically what they want to do is create a situation where they perform better than anticipated and so that they can look good the day after. But behind the scenes, Labour are hoping to be making some gains in London. Now, this is somewhere where the party is particularly strong normally, and a lot of these seats that are up for grabs tomorrow are in London. But there are some particular areas to watch for, so councils like Barnet, Westminster and Wandsworth will be places that Labour are really keen to make some gains there. The party will also be hoping to make some inroads in what's called the Red Wall, so the seats in the North and the Midlands that Labour had for a really long time before they were snatched from them by the Conservatives in 2019. This will be a really big test for Keir Starmer to show in these elections that basically he's doing the right thing to win these voters back. The Tories want to strengthen their position in these seats and also see off the threat of the Liberal Democrats in the south. It will also be worth keeping an eye on how Labour manages to do in Scotland, where they're hoping to become the second party behind the SNP. And also worth watching to see what happens in Northern Ireland, where Sinn Féin, the Irish Republican Party, are hoping to secure a historic victory in the Northern Ireland Assembly.